Welcome to Yoga for Stress Management. I have just a few poses, nice and easy poses that anybody can do at any time when they feel a rise in their energy, if they're struggling to make decisions, if they just need to calm down and just be still and quiet. I've got some great poses for you. When we're working with stress management, we're always going to try and get your heart a little bit higher than the ego. Or we're going to try and surrender the ego and bring it lower than the heart. So our first pose, using what you've got at home, 2 fabulous towels. I've got one towel rolled up and it goes across the mat. The other towel is folded and it's about 6 to 8 inches away from the roll. And all we're going to do, you can come with me, ladies. I never said hello. I was so in my yoga zen. This is Andrea and this is Jessica. And today, all 3 of us are going to show you these fabulous poses. So here we go. And when we're in this position here, you're going to lie down and you want to take the roll so it goes across your bra strap. And as it goes across your bra strap, and gentlemen, if you don't wear a bra, I'm sure you've undone a few. So you're going to allow the armpits to go over it and it will expand the chest. And then your head goes onto the support. Legs can be bent or straight. Oh, that feels so nice. Stay where you are. So in this position, we're always looking to make sure that the forehead and the chin are level. So if you find that your chin is a little bit higher than your head, then you would place maybe an extra towel underneath your head. As your shoulders fall back, it's actually a really nice pose for the health of the shoulders. And as your heart is now slightly higher than the head, we're going to have an impact on the nervous system. So as you rest here, invite your eyes to close and let the eyelids be soft. Now relax your eyebrows and let your forehead be smooth. And as you exhale, invite the body to sink back. As you exhale, encourage the arms to become heavy and start to invite a sense of letting go. As you inhale and exhale through the nose. As you inhale, can you allow the breath to expand the chest? And as you exhale, relax the back of your eyes. And let's do 4 more breaths in your own speed. Deep inhalation, soft, long exhalation, inviting the body to release and let go. And then I'm sorry, but we're going to have to transition into our next pose. So now we're going to bend the knees, and if you could just roll to your right hand side to come off your supports and bring yourself up. Roll to the side, come on up. Good. And then just clear your props so you have access to your mat. And we're going to do a nice bridge. So you're going to lie down onto the mat. And as you lie down on the mat, you're going to work on the feet being about the same width as your hip bones. Head and shoulders comfortably on the floor. Now, if you lie down and you find your chin is higher than your forehead, then you need to place your towel underneath your head. We're always looking to preserve that neutral alignment in the neck. Now from this position, we're going to do a Setu Bandha, which is a bridge. I want you to press down into the feet, pay attention to the mound of the big toe the baby toe and the heel. Squeeze on the glutes for me, and then with your arms down by your side, turn your palms to face up so we broaden the collarbones. Push down into your heels, squeeze on your glutes, and lift your hips up off the floor. So people often describe this as a baby bridge. It is an active bridge because we're using the glutes to lift the hip up. So nice hip opener. But as we want to bring the attention into the heart chakra, I'd like you to try and interlock your hands. And as you interlock your hands, I'd like you to push the back of your arms down firmly into the floor so you can lift your hips a little bit higher. And the breastbone is going to move towards the face. Push into the heels, squeeze the arms down into the floor, back of the arms down. Inhale here, exhale, slowly lower the hips down to the floor. Fabulous. Then from this position, roll to your right hand side and bring yourself up. So now we're going into downward facing dog. So we're going to set up onto all fours. So hands and knee position. Knees the same width as your hips, hands and knees. Now, the average person, when they go into tabletop, means that they're a little bit short for downward dog. So sit your bottom back to your heels. And now can you reach your arms forward and lengthen out your line? Good. Now don't move your hands and come back to all fours. So that was just a quick measurement to find our space. Middle finger should point straight ahead at 12 o'clock, so we align the wrist bone. Open your fingers and press down into the flesh of your thumb. And I want you to feel like you're pressing down into the earth, so you're rooting your energy. As you press down into the earth, pull your shoulders away from your ears. Now tuck your toes under. Really, really push into the ground. Push into the ground. Bend your knees and lift your hips up towards the sky. Now push into the ground and move the armpits back towards your thigh bones. Relax your head. Let your head hang. Please don't bend those arms. Push firmly into the ground. And if you can move your thigh bones away. But if your bottom drops, I want you to keep your knees bent. The chest is moving towards the thighs, and the most important thing, your arms are straight and you're hanging the head. And you breathe. Hanging the head, you breathe. Full conscious awareness that your hands are firm, body weight's moving back towards the thighs, tailbone nice and high. Hanging the head, lower than the heart. Then from this position, I'm going to get you to walk back towards your feet. So bend your knees, and all you're going to do is walk your hands back towards your feet. And then you're going to slowly come up to a standing position. Staying at this edge of the mat, just align your feet so that they're directly underneath your hips. And you should already start to notice a change in your energy. It should be coming down. Now, building a firm foundation, press your feet into the floor. Pull the thighs up towards the hips. Fingers are in the hip crease. Please inhale, lift the heart. And as you exhale, lead with the breastbone. Extend forward. Extend forward, legs are straight. Once you've found you've reached your point, walk your hands down the legs. If you feel any discomfort in your lower back, you can start to bend the knees. And our intention now is to get our head down, let the head hang. Maybe you'll be able to put your hands on the floor. Maybe you'll have your hands on your thighs. Maybe you'll have your knees bent. Our intention is hanging the head, bringing that egoic brain lower than our heart chakra.
And we're doing this to humble the intellect and help to create rebalance, bringing your energy down, grounding your spirit. Couple more breaths here. Let go of the head, let it hang. Remember, you can keep those knees bent if you need to. Now to come out of the pose, find your feet, press into your feet. Traditionally, we pull up on the thigh bones and we inhale all the way up to standing, using the legs to bring us up. And now from here, we're going down onto the floor to child's pose. In child's pose, I'm going to take the knees just on the outside of the hips and the toes towards each other. So there's a little V shape. That will allow more space for the abdomen. I'm going to sit back, and then from here, I'm going to extend the arms all the way forward. Lengthen your line. Reach, 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 reach. Lengthen the spine. Now rest your head down on the floor. Stay where you are. If the head doesn't rest down on the floor, then feel free to take your towel and you can just bring the towel underneath the forehead. You can support yourself this way. It's something very therapeutic about bringing your third eye down, either resting it onto the floor or resting it onto your towel. And just release here. Breathing in and out through the nose. Feeling the shift in the energy, feeling how you're beginning to settle, beginning to ground. Take a couple more breaths. As you exhale, your hips might sink back. And if you feel any discomfort in the knees, it's okay to be in this position. You don't have to be all the way back there. Our intention is about getting the head down. And then push into your hands and bring yourself all the way up. And our final pose in our sequence today is legs up the wall. So I'm just going to get Jessica and Andrea to transition. You just go close to the wall. And then all you basically do is you spin yourself around and then you kind of shimmy yourself down until the bottom touches the wall. So there's no glamorous way to get into this. You just kind of have to shuffle yourself in. And when we're resting with our legs up the wall, if you have your bottom closer to the wall, it's going to be a little bit harder. There'll be more of a stretch going on in the hamstrings. So feel free to take the bottom further away. As we lie down here, if that chin is higher than the forehead, we will place our towel underneath the head, always looking to preserve neutral of that neck, regardless of what position that we're in. Now this is Vipritikarani. It's legs up the wall. It's a fantastic pose for stress. You can stay in this pose for 5 to 20 minutes. It's a pose that you can do at any time during the day, anywhere where you can find a wall. And it's a nice pose to just kind of recollect yourself. Ground your energy, slow yourself down, recollect. Now, if when you're in this position there's any tingling or pins and needles going on in the feet or the legs, feel free to bend the knees at any time. You can always slide your feet down the wall and just have your knees bent until it subsides, and then you would just go back to legs straight up. So we'll take a couple more breaths here. Always inhaling and exhaling through the nose is more of a controlled way to breathe and another way to help slow us down. To come out of the pose, we bend our knees, slide the feet down the wall, roll to the right hand side so your heart is up, roll to the right, stay there for a moment like you're curled up in bed. And then slowly push onto your hand, bring yourself up to a seated position, and that concludes our yoga for stress management.